so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much. The media is promoting the attack against Biafran people in one way or the other. Ask me how. The burning of the shops of Biafran people today in Lagos State, which was done by the hoodlums because the Biafrans participated in the election, which was done by the supporters of Tinubu, APC hoodlums, set a business area on fire. But the media is reporting it as a fire outbreak. The media in the contraption, channel television to be precise, they are reporting that as fire outbreak. You call it a fire outbreak. Meanwhile, we have seen videos, people who were on the ground, people, eyewitness on the ground, on video, telling us what happened. Even a security man who was guarding the place, who was trying to prevent them from burning the market, was murdered. But channel television is telling you that it's a fire outbreak. That is how they are reporting it. Fire outbreak. Where this issue happened, why is it so hard for this channel television to go on the ground where this incident happened, interview person, allow somebody there to speak? Why don't you go and get an eyewitness where this incident happened and let them speak? What prevents you from being on the ground? But all you do is to go on your media and your label is fire outbreak. That is why Mazen Nandekan, when he began to curse out the media, when he began to curse out the Nigerian media, you begin to wonder. This is part of it. In that same contraption, another media is reporting that hoodlums, APC hoodlums, which are being sponsored by Tinubu, burnt a market. The same market, the same country, people are reporting it, what really transpired, but channel television is busy reporting a different thing, that is fire outbreak. This is how evil the contraption is. If you don't get out of this contraption now, every Biafran should wake up and begin to think about self-preservation. Begin to think home. There is no place like home. You have no other places. You have no other home except Biafra. You should quit wasting your time. You have done enough in beautifying your neighbors. You have done enough in making your neighbors accept you. You have done enough in promoting your neighbors and loving your neighbors. It is time to love yourself as a Biafra. It is time to love yourself. Activate love for yourself. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what is around you. Begin to love yourselves. Self-preservation must be activated to the full force now. You know, when we talk as freedom fighters, agitators, you don't believe us. Some of you idiots will come online and say it is for our selfish interest. I don't know what someone intends to gain. I don't know what someone who have escaped this very zoological republic will gain by inciting or by creating chaos unnecessarily. What do you stand to gain? Nothing. What do you stand to gain? What is the gain? When the whole pressure is being mounted back to people who are living abroad, every single person living abroad is bearing the burden on his shoulder. Every single thing that happens in the Zoological Republic comes back to people living abroad. It is heavy on their shoulder. They pay the highest price, whether they like it or not. People are having sleepless nights. Some people living abroad cannot even, from year to year, they will not go for shopping for themselves. They will not have a personal time for themselves because of the pressures they are seeing from home.
Some have taken some drastic measures in order to rescue people at home. They go to an extent of getting themselves into trouble. Some people abroad today that are in prison, they are there because of the pressure coming from that Zoological Republic. In the process of trying to make a difference, they get into trouble. So many people, so many are in prison today in trying to carry the burden on that Zoological Republic. And there you are. There you are. Accusing them of cashing in on your madness. Instead of thinking of how to rescue yourself from that madness. Instead of how to try to make sure that you have a nation where people can think like human beings. You don't want that. May Chukwu have mercy on all of you. The time has come for everybody to take care of himself. Don't expect any Western world to fight for you. They are there for their interest. Finally, after the criminal woman in Nigeria, the British consulate in Nigeria, that Katrina Line or whatever they call her, after she has completed her evil agenda, with the pressure that the Biafrans are mounting today, they have removed her. They have removed the Katrina, the evil woman, evil journalist, the Jezebel. They have removed her because we noticed her and we saw every of her evil. They saw that the eye of the Biafrans are watching and revealing all the evil that she's doing. Today, the British have called her back and they changed her with a different person. They can change as many times as they can. It's just for their interest. We are watching. Even the new person they brought, we are watching. Our searchlight is directly on him. They brought a man this time around. They removed the evil woman because we have exposed her to the world. And the world have seen the evil that she is performing in the contraption, including participating in the rigging of election. She was part of it. Fully part of the rigging of that election. Katrina Line was part of it. Today, British have called her back. She have completed her assignment. And they brought a new person. If you are a Biafran, you must wake up. These people are not there for you. They are there for their own personal and selfish interests. And you must rise up. The time is now. If you do not rise up now and begin to think about how to preserve yourself, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. I don't know why it is so difficult for us. We speak all these things in all this adage. We use it in Igbo language. All this Igbo adage. We speak them on daily basis. We use them on daily basis. And yet we don't apply it. We can't apply it. It is very clear that you are not wanted. You are not wanted anywhere in that zoo. So why are you still bent on forcing yourself to be part of it? Why? Why are you bent on being part of it? Today, even in this danger, you have seen the danger that the London boy have exposed you to. Today, you have seen the danger the London boy have exposed you to. It has been the loss of life of Biafrans, loss of property and everything. It has become so dangerous for the Biafran people. But yet, none of your elite is talking. All these criminal saboteurs who claim to be fighting for Biafra, they are not talking. Instead, they are busy plotting against Master Simon Ekpa, the man that is standing ground to make sure that they have their freedom. So many of them are having secret meetings and secret plans against him. Even in a situation where they have seen it clearly that the danger that the Biafrans are facing today, the loss of life and loss of property, is caused by the London boy. They don't blame him. They are still focused on planning how to go against our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, holding their secret meetings. But Chukwu Okikabiyama is ahead of them. Every one of them that is involved in any secret meeting against Master Simon Ekpa, you are going to meet your doom. I warn you all the time, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. That thing you are wishing him is definitely going to come after you. Master Simon Ekpa always come. He always warn, don't fight me. Do not fight me, I'm not your problem. Do not fight me, I'm not your problem. Channel your energy to your freedom. Channel your energy to the enemy. You are not my enemy. I'm not fighting you. Don't fight me. If you fight me, you are going to meet your doom. The gods of our land will destroy you. and you call it a joke. He thinks it's a bluff. Every single one of you that have raised a finger to fight him in the past, how are you today? Those who have fought him before, how are you? But remember, we are not surprised if they are still plotting, because Pharaoh, he took the death of the children of Pharaoh before Pharaoh began to allow the children of Israel to go. After many miracles and everything, even when he allowed the children of Israel to go, he still chased them to the sea. He still chased them and pursued them as they are going. So we're not surprised that you are still plotting against our spokesman, Simon Epa. But I tell you, as you're plotting your evil, you are drawing yourself close to the 6 feet. As you're plotting all the evil you are plotting against our spokesman, Simon Epa, you are drawing yourself closer to the pit. And that pit you are digging will swallow you. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter where you hang your life. It doesn't matter who sent you. As long as you get involved in plotting evil against an innocent man, you get yourself involved in plotting evil against an innocent man, the good man who is fighting for your future, you will never go scot-free. You will never. You never go free. Every evil plan you made against him will definitely hunt you down. Ofonogu kan jaga. Ofonogu kan jaga. If we are on the wrong path, or if we are cashing out with you, whatever your plan is going to work out. But as long as we are genuinely speaking out on the true situation on the ground, as soon as we are genuinely requesting and asking for the freedom of the people, no weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. And every finger you raise against us will come back to you. It doesn't matter what you think. The truth will remain the truth. It doesn't matter the propaganda you push. You cannot change the truth. It is only the truth that can stand the test of time. Your lie will last just for a while. Every lie and propaganda you push will last just for a while. But the truth will be there forever. It stands out. Every Biafra, wherever you are today, you must have to wake up. It is time to go. It is time to go. This message is important because of those of them who are still dancing somehow. But for us, the real Biafrans, we are gone already. Gone. 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 Look at what is happening in the zoo today. Look at the destruction of property of Biafran people. And I tell you, if you are angry, channel your energy to self-preservation. I have said it. Do not be angry for any Oduduwa person. Don't. Don't be angry for the Yorubas. You don't have to. You don't have to. Whatever you see happening today is the handiwork of the Fulani Caliphate, using Tinubu to be precise. They are using Tinubu to fulfill their desire. And what is their desire? Their desire is to make sure that we do not agree with our Oduduwa brothers. They have seen our alliance. They saw our alliance and they know that that alliance is strong. And they are trying everything possible to destroy the alliance. That is why you are seeing what you are seeing today in Lagos State. It is not about the Yorubas. It is not about the Oduduwa people. The destruction of lives and property happening in Lagos State is being sponsored by the Zoological Republic through the Caliphate. Nigerian government is sponsoring it. Because the template of the Caliphate is always to divide and rule. They divide you and they rule you. And they saw that the Biafran people and the Oduduwa people are coming in one umbrella to speak in one voice, and they can't handle it. Today, they have used their machinery they have been keeping for a very long time. They have used the evil man they have equipped for a very long time today to begin to unleash mayhem on Biafran people. I tell Biafran, channel your energy right. Channel your anger right. Use that anger that you are seeing today to activate self-determination. Self-determination, self-preservation. That is the only thing you do. Begin to think of how to preserve yourself, how to preserve your own country, how to preserve your life, how to make yourself, put yourself first. Enough of this nonsense of building houses and occupying place. Every time they will tell you that Igbos are everywhere. Igbos are tackling. Is that an achievement? I ask this question every time. That Igbos are scattered everywhere in that country called Nigeria. Is that an assignment? Is that an achievement? That is no achievement. But that is what they use against you every time. They will tell you, oh, Igbos are everywhere. Any place you go, you see Igbo people. Any place you go, you will see them. That when you go to all those places, you see Igbo people. Igbos are everywhere. And because of that, you must not request for your rights. Igbos being scattered everywhere is not an achievement. In fact, it's a failure. Igbos being scattered everywhere in Nigeria, in fact, is one of the failures of the Igbo people. We must have to begin to think of activate self-preservation to the fullest. Self-preservation to the fullest. We don't have to leave any stone unturned. We have come to a stage where everybody has to wake up and begin to do the needful. And begin to do the needful. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. They have brought death upon us. And we will not allow that to happen. We will not allow that to happen. The only thing that can save the Biafran people today, the only thing that will save us today is what? Self-preservation. Once you get angry, if you boil, don't just get angry. Oh, Yorubas are killing Igbos. Yoruba. That is rubbish. Oh, the Hausas are killing Igbos. That is rubbish. Oh, Fulanis are killing Igbos. What you have to do, begin to fight earnestly to get your own nation. Begin to prepare yourself how to defend your land. As for getting Biafra, Biafra is coming. Begin to plan on how to defend Biafra land. If you are one of those who have not started supporting, begin to think of the way to support the struggle. That is what you're supposed to do. That is what your anger is also do for you. You're supposed to be angry. That your anger will make you to move anywhere you are and go back home and begin to prepare, settle your land. That anger will make you to begin to go home to defend your land. Defend your land. That is the only thing we have to do. Every attack you see against Biafran people is orchestrated by the Fulani Caliphate. Well planned. And we see it. That's why I tell you that we see things that we see the end of things from the beginning. That's the difference between us. Those of us who are in autopiloted IPOB, the real hardcore followers of Mazen Nandekano in autopilot. That's the difference between us and you. Because we see the end from the beginning. The things we see, others don't see it. We knew that any move to rescue the Zululand Republic will bring death to Biafran people and destruction. It has happened over and over again. They use us to cement their evil agenda. They use our blood. They use anything and all. That's what they do. That's what they do. That is why we say we can't allow that to happen. And the London boy came and confused you. And you bought into it. These same people who doesn't want you. They don't want you. But yet, they want to use you to continue to promote their evil agenda. They want your wealth. They want your resources, but they don't want you. They need everything you have, but they don't need you. You go to their environment, you develop their place. Go to your neighbor's place, you develop it. And yet, they are not satisfied. They are not satisfied. But today, look at what we see. It is time we activate self-preservation fully. If there is nothing you can learn from the caliphate, if there is nothing you can learn from the Fulanis, learn self-preservation. Preserve yourself at all costs. At this time that we are in, I wrote a tweet that our lawyer Ejimako tweeted. Lawyer Ejimako tweeted, and he said he gave a very strong and marvelous advice. I shared that tweet on this very platform. He tweeted and he said, If you want the Biafrans, the Igbo Biafrans to be precise, if you want them to leave your area, you don't want them anymore. There is easy things to do. Simple thing to do. Simple thing to do. Let them have their seaport, have their airport, so that they can be able to import their goods from their area, do things they have to do on their own, and you see them leave. You don't need to fire a shot. You don't need to talk to them. You don't need to shout to them. Allow them a referendum. Conduct a referendum. After conducting a referendum, if you see anyone there, then you know that we don't know who that be. The only thing that drives us away from our land, the major thing that drives us away is the means of survival. We know we are traders. We are into business. We do not have any seaport or international airport in Biafra land. And there is no way you can succeed in business with these two things, without these two things. It is impossible. It is impossible for you to grow without these two things as a businessman. If you don't want Biafrans, Lagos, for example, you don't want Biafrans in Lagos. It is as simple as ABC. Let them have their own seaport in their own area. Import their goods. If they want to eat their goods, let them stay in their side and eat it. Give them their international airport. Give them their seaport. And see if they will still come to your land to come and dominate you. Grant them a referendum. Give them a referendum. Let them have their way. Conduct a referendum. Whatever be the result of that, implement it. After implementing it, if you see anybody in your own area, then you know they're looking for trouble. A simple and easy way to solve the problem. Why are you taking innocent lives? Why are you destroying properties? Every single property you are destroying, they bought it. Every land where they build their house, they bought it. Even you sell it to them times 10 the amount you're supposed to sell, yet they buy it. Every place you see in Lagos today that people are shouting and calling, we are developed by the Biafran people. Biafran developed it. Alaba International was a swamp. I was in Alaba International when Alaba was a swamp. I did business in Alaba International. I was in Alaba International. I did business there. It was a swamp, complete swamp. The Biafran people bought land in swamp. When I talk about swamp, it's not just swamp with water. Fill it. We buy it with that water. We bought the swamp and we filled it up and made it a city. Trade fair, the same thing. Trade fair was completely a swamp. Water filled swamp. The Biafrans bought it that way and they filled it up and made it a city. Sometimes when you are talking about this your land, it will seem as if maybe you built a land, made it what it's supposed to be, and people come in. The areas you are now dragging today to be your own, which nobody is contesting, we developed it and you gave it to us when it was not habitable. Every place you see Biafran developed, there are places that are not habitable. Any place you see them, even places they build a market, both in the north. The places they build Sabongeri, sometimes is a place, evil forest, forgotten places, in the sea, swamp. Those are the places they give to Biafran people. And Biafrans go for it and they buy it. Times 10 what others will buy, they will buy it very expensive. And before you know it, in twinkling of an eye, they will turn it to a city. And when they now turn it to a city, every eye will now be in. Then you remember, owners of the land will now come. But you have been there. You have been there. You never developed it. You never knew that that very land was fruitful. You never knew that that land can be converted to a city. But somebody came with his own money, hard-earned money. He bought the land from you. He didn't steal it. He didn't take over the land. He's not even claiming ownership of the land. He's just a tenant. Accepted. He accepted that tenantship. And he developed it with his own hard-earned money, made it a city, a place habitable for people. You pay him back by destroying it. After you have seen that now it has become a city, attracting many people to come closer, then you now realize that this man is a stranger. And all you have to do is to destroy his properties. You now realize they are coming there to dominate you. You now realize they don't have the right to vote.